Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Pagani Design PD1679 homage to Omega Planet Ocean. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this GSD003, and Grogo's wearing my Steel Flyer SF740V. I told Grogu that we had a total eclipse of the sun the other day, so he asked 3PO if they ever had a total eclipse on Tatooine. 3PO said since Tatooine has 3 moons but 2 suns, the odds of an eclipse are 3,426,178,032 to 1. Then he said, fortunately, Tatooine is 3,426,178,032 years old, and there will be one tomorrow. All right, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in this typical Pagani Design box. And here it is. Isn't that a nice looking watch? I really like it. It's really nice looking. So if you're a fan of the Planet Ocean and don't want to spend $5,000 or $6,000, this is something you might really want to consider. This is the second Pagani Design Planet Ocean homage on my channel. The first was the PD1711, which was a quartz chronograph with a VK64 mecha quartz movement. If you prefer a quartz chronograph to an automatic three-hander, then by all means stop watching this review and go watch that one instead, as the two watches are very similar in build and appearance. I even chose the same colorway. I should have chosen another colorway for review purposes, but I like this colorway so much. The Planet Ocean is Omega's upgrade to the Seamaster Pro and has a completely different look. It has twice the water resistance, plus the case is a little bit more conventional and not as curvy or as stylistic as the Pro. But the Pagani design gives you no more water resistance, but does include an unnecessary helium escape valve. The ad I ordered this from did not mention version 2, but another ad highlighted that version 2 has a 120-click bezel, and this one indeed has an 120-click bezel. This watch comes in 4 different colorways. If you don't like the white dial, then there's also a blue dial with an all blue strap. If you want a black dial, you can get an all black or one with orange accents. The watch is 42.1 millimeters at the bezel, but 43.7 millimeters at the case. 48.9 millimeters lug to lug, which is good for a 44 millimeter watch. It's 15.3 millimeters thick, including this dome sapphire crystal. Has a 20 millimeter lug width and weighs 110 grams on the supplied nylon rubber strap. The bezel is a ceramic 120 click unidirectional. As I mentioned in the montage, it says version 2 has 120 click, so to me that implies that version 1 had a 90 click, and so this is the version 2, but I don't know that for a fact. There's really nothing to tell me that it's version 2 other than the fact it's clicking 120. The ad I bought it from did not mention version 2. The action's good. Solid clicks, no back play, but unfortunately it doesn't line up perfectly. It's a little bit to the right. And if I go one more click, it's too much to the left. So yeah, it doesn't line up. But I do like the bezel. It is just a hair loose because every once in a while I'll look down and I'll see I knocked it out of place. Then we have the dial. The dial is white with no sunburst effect. It looks nice. Then we have the Pagani Design name and logo printed on top. Then it says automatic water resistant, 100 meters on the bottom. Yes, you only get 100 meters. This is a dive style watch. You're not going to actually go diving with it. Then on the bottom, it says Japan movement. Then we have these sectored minute markers. And then we have the indices, which are little trapezoids. And then we have numbers at the 3, 9, and 12. And they're red if you look at it at a certain angle. So they do match the accents of the colors. Then we have the hands. The hands, we have arrow hands, minute hand, and hour hand. And then we have a spear tip, second hand. And the second hand is red. Then we have a date at the 6 with no cyclops. Then we have a signed screw-down crown. One thing about the crown, though, it is indented into the case. And the case where it is sharp right here. So you will rub your fingers against here and feel some sharpness. Other than that, the thread action's fine. It's just once again, it's sharp right there, and you will feel it. Then we have the Dome Sapphire Crystal. It's nice. I don't know if there's AR coating or not, but it seems to do fine not reflecting. So I'm going to assume there is. And then we have the case. The case is solid steel, and it's brushed on the sides. Then we have these polished chamfered edges. A Planet Ocean case looks a lot more like a Rolex Oyster case than an Omega Seamaster case. A Omega Seamaster Pro case is a lot more curvier. So this one seems a little bit more rugged and sturdy. And then we have this helium escape valve, and it actually works. You can unscrew it. It's not just a prop, but you don't need it because you're not going to go saturation diving with a 100-meter watch. That would just be silly. Plus, all the other saturation divers would make fun of you for having a Pagani Design when they all have Seiko tunas. Then we have the Caseback. The Caseback is a display Caseback. And it says stainless steel, 100 meters, water resistant, Pagani Design. And then if you look right here, you can see the model number. I don't know why they put it right there where the strap is. I guess it's just the way it happened to screw down. Then as you can see, it's a display Caseback, and they did not pretty up the rotor of the NH35. Underneath the Caseback is the NH35 movement. This is the go-to movement for automatic watches in this price range. And it's a 24 joule, 3 hertz movement that hand-wise hacks, has about a 40-hour power reserve, and is usually fairly accurate. I don't know why I even bother putting them on the time grapher, because you never know what you're going to get, because I'm sure Pagani Design does not regulate them at the factory, but let's go look at it anyway. Here it is on the time grapher. As you can see, it's running about 8 to 10 seconds fast. It's always preferable to run fast and not slow, because a fast movement, all you have to do is hack it and wait for time to catch up. A slow movement, you actually have to move the hand, so it's a lot more difficult to set when it drifts. Amplitude's kind of low, and there's quite a bit of beat error. The beat error is why you see 2 lines on the screen, but not running horribly. The strap is nylon rubber, not silicone, and it's got a sailcloth top. And these are real stitches. And it's got this texture there to help with sweat. I really like the strap. I like the rubber so much better than silicone. It does not have quick release though, and it does not have drilled lugs. So you will have to get a tool in there. But the gap's pretty big, so it's not that difficult to get a tool in there if you want to change straps. Then we have a deployment clasp, and it works nice. I like it. I always prefer a deployment clasp on a strap. It's just so much easier than a buckle. Plus it saves the strap. Taking a strap in and off of the buckle all the time just wears out the notches. And the strap looks really nice. They did a good job with it. So I don't think I'd ever change this strap. It just looks so good on it. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks nice. It wears nice. I only have 2 notches left though, so it's a little short. So if your wrist is bigger than 8, you will not be able to wear it on this strap, and there's really not any room to poke any more holes in it either. Plus, I wish these notches were just a hair closer together, because I'm wearing it just a little loose. But if I move it in one more notch, it's just too tight on me. But it's not a super heavy watch, so it's okay to wear it a little loose. Here we are on the Lume room. When it comes to Lume, Pagani Design doesn't disappoint, only because you've been burned so many times that you're prepared for the worst. As we speed up the time, we see the green glow of C3 Lume. Typical Pagani Design, the stems of the hands are fading fast and seriously underperforming the indices. However, the hands do have the arrow tips that are doing much better and almost keeping up with the indices. The second hand is already toast. The Lume Pip is doing very well. Too bad the rest of the watch wasn't like the Lume Pip. What I like about this watch? Well, I really like the looks and the wearability. I like the 6 o'clock date. And I like this fitted strap with a deployant clasp. What are my grapes and groans? The edges around the crown are really sharp. And I always rub my finger when I'm trying to open it. Do we really need a helium escape valve on a 100-meter watch? And this strap could be longer. It won't fit a wrist bigger than 8. Do I recommend this watch? Sure, this watch is great. Gives you that planet ocean look and feel. And it is a pretty good watch in itself, too. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Pagani Design PD1679. And I'll be back with another review, probably that GSD I'm wearing right now. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. And be sure to check out my Members Choice program. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link and I will get a small commission. Bye.